Good morning, and thank you all for coming. In order for us to continue our march towards education reform in Bermuda, we need strong visionaries and people committed to not only providing guidance, but willing to hold those leading this reform accountable. If we are to move forward with education reform, a strong board of education is not only necessary, but critical. Today, I am pleased to announce that veteran educators, Dr. Tim Jackson and Ms. Roselda Severin, have been appointed as chair and deputy chair of the Board of Education. Dr. Jackson is a veteran educator and administrator with over 20 years experience in public education in Bermuda and the United States. He has served as a teacher in Dallas, Texas, and Nashville, Tennessee, and in Bermuda. In Bermuda, he has served as a teacher at Whitney Institute, the deputy principal at Cedar Bridge Academy, and from 2007 to 2016, the principal at Sands Secondary Middle School. The deputy chair, Roselda Severin, is presently a senior lecturer of music and education at the Bermuda College. In her 30 years in education, she has taught from preschool through university and has been an adjunct at the Atlantic Union College, Wheelock College, and Mount St. Vincent University. Ms. Severin was an integral part in developing a classical liberal arts school in Massachusetts, where she served as principal in middle and high school. I am pleased to announce the appointment of the incoming board members, and they are Ms. Tanae Furbett, MP, a school other than a senior school representative; Mr. Daniel Reese, parent representative; Ms. Pauletta Francis, school other than senior school representative; Ms. Shana Williams, school other than a senior school representative; Mr. Chris Crumpler, school other than senior school representative; Ms. Lauren Haywood Bell, a parent representative; and Ms. Camille Simmons, member from the business community. Additional board members will include representatives from each senior school, the Bermuda Union of Teachers, the Bermuda Public Services Union, and the Principals Association. We find ourselves facing unique challenges within today's education system, and the new board chair and members have given their commitment to performing the tasks needed to reform education in Bermuda. As we continue to move forward with education reform as outlined in Plan 2022, the board will provide assistance to the Department of Education by providing support and monitoring accountability. Immediately, there are two areas that the board has been tasked to address, and they are: one, identifying and providing options to address the increased incidence of disruptive behaviors within our classrooms; and two, the board will add to the discussions that are currently underway involving the government's election platform promise to phase out middle schools. As we move forward with education reform, I am confident that this team will provide the support, experience, and drive to move Bermuda's education system forward. I would like to thank the outgoing board members who were instrumental in the development of Plan 2022. They have provided us with a path to victory for our children, a path that seeks to enhance academic rigor, provide our teachers with the resources and training needed to succeed, and most importantly, provide our children with the support to reach their full potential. It was the previous board that was instrumental in the inception of Plan 2022, and they have given us the blueprint. It is the expectation of this current team to provide the support and leadership to take us to that next level. I now invite Chairman Mr. Tim Jackson to the podium. Thank you.
Good morning. First, I would like to thank our Minister of Education, the Honorable Diallo Rabain JP MP, for the opportunity to serve as a member and chair of the Board of Education. I regard this undertaking as critically important to the future of our island home. As a board, our role is to ensure that the Ministry of Education is responsive to the values, beliefs, and priorities of our community. We fulfill this role by performing 5 major responsibilities: setting direction, establishing an effective and efficient structure, providing support, ensuring accountability, providing community leadership as advocates for children, the Ministry of Education, and all public schools. We look forward to being part of the implementation of Plan 2022, Bermuda's strategic plan for public education. We often hear about the negativity of public schools and how they are failing our young people. While I have the microphone, I will take the liberty of sharing a snapshot of the countless achievements and accomplishments of young Bermudians who have been educated in the Bermuda public school system. Shalette Spencer attended Victor Scott, Delwood Middle School, Cedar Bridge Academy, and the Bermuda College. She graduated from Georgia State University in May 2018 with a degree in actuarial science. Shalette maintained a 4.0 grade point average at Georgia State University. Jared Simmons attended Cedar Bridge Academy. He earned a degree in mechanical engineering, high honors, from the University of Technology, which is located in Jamaica. In October of 2018, Jared completed his master's degree in aeronautical engineering from Imperial College, which is located in London and considered one of the top-ranked institutions in the world, focusing solely on science, engineering, medicine, and business. Clavon Cunningham Jr., Marcus Henschke, Kamika Jackson, and Dejanay Hill Edwards attended Sands Secondary Middle School and the Barclay Institute. Currently, all four of them are students at St. John's University, located in New York City. They are doing exceptionally well in their respective career paths, which are actuarial science, risk management, and underwriting. Furthermore, Dejanay was one of Bermuda's first dual enrollment graduates. She earned her high school diploma and associate degree from the Bermuda College at the same time. By the way, we have 84 public school students currently enrolled in the dual enrollment program. While we have a significant number of students graduating from the Bermuda public school system who are doing well, we must also address the roadblocks that prevent some of our students from demonstrating their potential and abilities. Furthermore, as a board, we must work diligently to ensure that students and educators operate in schools that are clean, safe, and operational. As stated in Plan 2022, Bermuda's public school graduates must be well prepared socially, emotionally, and academically for post-secondary success. All students will have diverse and engaging learning opportunities. Furthermore, students will not just be exposed to a college-focused curriculum, they will also have access to career-focused training. Plan 2022 will ensure every child is on an individualized pathway to personal success, a pathway that truly takes into account personal needs and interests. Ultimately, we want to ensure that our collective efforts, along with all stakeholders, will prepare students with the requisite skills to take on the relevant jobs that exist in Bermuda. We look forward to rolling up our sleeves and doing what is in the best interest of one of our most precious natural resources. Thank you.
Minister Dr. Johnson, we'll now take questions. We'll start with Paul from the World Gazette.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
I guess, Minister, if I could start with you. I'm not at all that familiar with the process. These are appointments that have been made to the Board of Education, is that right?
Yes.
And these are selected by you, is that also correct?
Yes.
By my math, there are 10 new members of the board this year from last year. Is this kind of change up pretty consistent? Is this more than usual? Is this about on par with changes to the board?
Actually, based on the act, there are members do expire and need to be replaced.
Okay.
Just as a minor correction, Dr. Jackson and Ms. Severin were members of the board last year.
That's right.
And some of the members that are listed were currently members of the board last year as well. So
Okay.
there isn't a complete turnover. And the representations from the various unions and from the senior schools look to be remaining the same as well.
Fair enough. Can you tell me a little bit about the new members coming in and why they were selected, what they bring to the board?
Well, when selecting members, we're looking for members who can bring a passion for education and a need to want to assist the government in when it comes to reform. This is why the act is very specific on the types of persons that can be named. When I reached out to Ms. Severin and reached out to Dr. Jackson to ask them to remain on the board and lead, they were more than willing, and they're more than willing to step up and perform the task as per the functions of the board within the act.
With regards to it's Dr. Jackson, is that
Yes.
correct? With regards to Dr. Jackson, can you tell me a little bit about why he was the right man for the job?
Dr. Jackson has a proven track record as an educator in Bermuda. As the principal at Sands Secondary School, he was revered amongst his peers as one of the leading forces in getting some of the things that we now see in place that are common amongst the things that our students are doing, such as taking international exams at an earlier age, to be one of the things that can be immediately pointed out.
Fantastic. Dr. Jackson, if I could ask a couple
Sure.
questions. First off, congratulations to you.
Thank you.
This morning. Can you tell me how you're feeling about being named to this post?
Sure. I guess whenever there's an opportunity to work with individuals who are committed to doing what is in the best interest of young people, who I stated earlier as one of our most valued, precious resources, I'm overwhelmed and I'm excited about it. I have 10 plus years of education, formal education, in education, more than 20 years as an educator and working with stakeholders. So I'm excited. I'm looking forward to working with Ms. Severin and the entire board.
Mm-hmm. What do you see as your main job in your new position?
I guess that's a difficult question,
Mm-hmm.
To hone in on one main job, because there's so many responsibilities. But I would say that initially it is to, as stated, roll up my sleeves, take a clear look at the mandate from the Minister of Education, and work in conjunction with the Deputy Chair and the board to move our students in a forward direction, and also to tackle the issues that are in Plan 2022.
I guess my final question, Minister Rabain in his comments mentioned two areas that the board has been tasked to address to begin with. One of which involves the middle schools, the plan to phase out middle schools. I'm curious, as a former middle school principal, what are your thoughts on the plan to phase out middle schools in Bermuda?
Thank you. Not only am I a former middle school student, I attended middle schools in the United States as well. So I have a great deal of experience in middle schools. Mm-hmm. However, my wife did not attend middle schools, and she did exceptionally well throughout her matriculation. So that is one of the mandates of the PLP government. We are in consultation, and we look forward to moving the system in a forward direction, as stated by the PLP government.
Care to tell me your personal thoughts on the plan? Is this something you are in favor of?
Regarding the plan, as mentioned, we're in consultation. I can say that my experience as a middle school student and working in middle schools have been quite fruitful and productive.
Okay, appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone else? Dennis from Burn News.
Minister. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Minister, can you do your best to try and break down for the in common language the distinct differences between the ministry the Department of Education, and the board, and the responsibilities that those three have.
Okay, thank you, Dennis. Within government, there are ministries, and in the Ministry of Education has the responsibility of the Department of Education, the Bermuda College, and the Department of Libraries and Archives under its remit. The Department of Education has the responsibility of driving public school education within Bermuda. The Board of Education has the responsibility of advising the minister on policies and procedures that should be taking place within the department, having a critical oversight on things that are happening within the department, working in conjunction with the commissioner and the directors of the Department of Education to ensure that public school education is delivered in a complete and wholesome fashion. They also have the responsibility of coming back with suggestions and looking into things to improve how our schools operate, how our principals operate, and how the Department of Education overall operates.